Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Heavy Rain. Here we go. This should be the final episode, if I'm not, the next to last episode I should say, if I'm not mistaken. I decided to do this last part of the game in two videos instead of one. I had originally recorded this, but the thing was that I had so many like audio issues and just it was kind of stuttering and desyncing after a while, so it was just I just kind of took a break. I couldn't figure out why.
The last trial. The last question. Are you prepared to give your life to save your sons? There is a deadly poison in this vial. It will kill you in exactly 60 minutes. If you drink it, you will get the last letters of the address. You will have enough time to save your son and say goodbye to him, but then you will die. You can drink the vial or decide to leave. The choice is yours.
And of course, that combined with loud
Save
neighbors.
And die. Christ. He loses his father, but at least
of course,
he's alive.
Unfortunately, downplaying the drama that's going on right in front of us. So this is the last trial, and I decided to have Ethan drink the poison. So that makes him officially 5 for 5. I honestly don't know if I would have the guts to do this. Basically what happens here, if you haven't played the game, is if you don't complete all 5 trials successfully, then what Ethan will wind up doing is he'll wind up, well, it also depends on how many trials you do complete successfully.
The last letters have been sent to your phone.
If you do like something, I think it's like 3 or 4 out of 5, then you guess, then Ethan will go into his car and he'll try to guess what the address is because he has only a few letters. And you have to try to guess which is the right address. Like 3 choices that they give you.
I did what I had to, Sean. Your dad's coming to save you.
But because I did all 5 here, Ethan will automatically go to, I mean, he obviously knows what the address is, so he knows where, but he doesn't know who is doing this, which is kind of interesting. Oh my god, sexiness. I mean, seriously, I will seriously protest Quantic Dreams if they don't make a game about this guy. Honest to God, honestly. I mean, no kidding.
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere. It's probably staring me in the face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I
was gonna
said
say
I
a
was
dirty comment about writing something, but I'm not going to.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
That takes a lot of balls for a cop to tell an FBI agent that he's off the
Blake,
case.
You are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
Shouldn't it be
I'll
the
take that
FBI
as a
telling him that?
compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the origami killer. Everyone's happy. End of story. Have a nice trip back, Norman.
Well, I'm glad to see that proper police work is not high on their priority list here. I'm surprised this precinct is not being run by Chief Brian Irons. I was gonna try to make a comment about
Killer's name is here. Somewhere in this data. I just have to
about
find
the
it.
drug
Find it
that
before it's too
Norman
late.
takes, but all I could think of is like pixie sticks, which were freaking delicious, man. I love those.
Sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you know what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Okay, time to look at my Rubik's Cube of clues here.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it.
So this thing has video, can trace, like, it can detect trace DNA evidence. I mean, oh my gosh, this thing has everything. If it had legs, I think we would need to hire any more FBI agents. Is that Michonne? I'm just kidding. Must stop making Walking Dead references. Grr.
Gold watch. I'm sure I've seen this before somewhere. The watch they give for promotions to lieutenant. The killer is a cop.
That's, you know, this clue right here is just kind of like, that is a bit of a leap, because do cops have sole access to this watch?
Carter Blake. That would explain the dead-end investigation and his desire to frame Ethan Mars.
And you can accuse Blake, which is kind of awesome. There's only like 15 cops in Philadelphia. This is
Two
crazy.
receipts from the same gas station. Might be near the killer's home. Cop. There's only one cop in that geoprofiling zone. Gotcha. He owns a warehouse on the docks. If I'm wrong, Sean Mars is dead.
So of course Jaden now knows who the killer is, or who he believes who the killer is, but he's not saying who. And it's a he, by the way, so it's not Madison, so spoilers. Sorry. It's like, I don't care enough. Let me go back to playing Candy Crush or something on my computer. Is this an actual train station in Philly?
Let me stay with you, Scott. I don't want to go.
Look, it'll only take a couple of days. Long enough to get this resolved.
I can't just wait while you confront my son's killer.
It's the only way, Lauren. Trust me. Now go stay with your mother for a few days, and I'll come and get you when this is all over.
Tell me who the origami killer is. I want to know who killed my son.
Listen, when I'm done, I'll tell you everything I know. I promise.
Oh, getting a little nookie now, Scott. Smooth. But I'm not gonna lie, he is kind of charming, so I can understand. He's not the obviously he's not the most attractive because Jaden is in the game, but he's charming. Like, he has a very charming personality of the 4 protagonists that you play as, to be honest. And I think I made a mention of it before. Ah, yes. This chapter.
Go on, hurry. I think the water's rising. I'm hurrying. I'll be right back.
Now, if you guys have been playing along and you've never played this game before and you don't know who the killer is, I'm gonna warn you that from this point on, if you don't want the game spoiled for yourself, and you want to still kind of leave it a mystery as to who the killer is, I would suggest you kind of stop watching this video and the next video for that matter. Just saying. I think for the most part I've been trying to keep my Let's Play commentary for this game spoiler free, but yeah, there's your fair warning, guys. You can still turn back now. It's not too late.
Dad, it's John. He fell into a pipe. He's dying.
Fell into a pipe.
Leave me
You
alone.
gotta come, Dad. Come on, John's gonna die. John's gonna die.
Well, that'll be one less greedy mouth to feed, won't it? Go away.
Kind of hard to fall into something if you can clearly see it. I don't know.
What did I tell ya? Crap.
Did the earth open up underneath the kid or what?
Please, please, Dad. You've got to save John.
I mean, then again, these kids were playing in a construction
tried, John.
site, so...
I really tried, but he wouldn't
There
come.
you go.
Please don't die, John. Please. Don't forget about this guy.
Dun dun dun. I kind of feel bad for people that try to cast this game and it's like their first playthrough and people are too busy being assholes and are like, oh, you know it's Scott. I can say it now because we know who it is. Like I said, I did warn you, but you know, that's why I'm always just kind of like, I don't like playing games for the most part if it's my first playthrough, especially if there's a story that I care about. On places like Twitch. Now, I know not everybody is a troll on there, but still, it's just kind of like I always play things by myself, and then I cast it again, like my second playthrough on. Like I said, I didn't experience finding out who the killer was because I spoiled the game for myself, but that was my choice, and I didn't mind. I still played the game after that, but I'm just kind of like, I would have felt like, oh man, that really sucks, because like I said before, Scott has a charming personality. Out of the 4 characters, he could be the one that I feel like I would be able to trust most easily, especially at first. You know, I just noticed something about the address that kind of confirms that we're in Philly, because I don't know if you saw that, but it said Springfield, PA, Pennsylvania. So that just kind of, to me, that just kind of confirms the setting for the game. I still don't know why they don't just outright say, hey, this takes place in Philadelphia. Maybe they just didn't feel like that was important or something like that. Like, it's not like it really plays a big role in the game, to be honest. Like, any intelligent person can just figure out, you know, where we're at by look, because they give you quite a few clues. But I'm kind of inclined to think that, oh shit, it was just that it wasn't that important. Oh my god, it feels, this Let's Play has been going on for so long that I've forgotten all these chapters in the game. But like I said, it was because of the stupid, I was getting this like sound crackling thing that almost sounded like an LP, like a record, like a vinyl record. Which, don't get me wrong, I kind of like that sound because I love records. I'm of the mindset that records sound better than like CDs and stuff like that. But I shouldn't be hearing this sound in my capture card. Like, what? But I think it was a memory issue. I kind of deleted a lot of stuff off of the computer that I used to record, so I think that helped a lot. As soon as I realized it stopped crackling, I was like, let's just go with it. I'm gonna record while I can. And take it from there. Why is the book blurry? What the heck? I like when I write in blurry font. It just seemed a little odd. Everything else wasn't blurry. Maybe it was just my perspective, but it just seemed like nothing else was blurry. And finally, the last bit of evidence. Oh my god, is she dead? Did Scott go all James Sunderland on her? Oops, spoilers. I don't know. That is left unclear. I'm not sure if she's dead or she was just sleeping or something like that, but I guess if he wanted to cover his tracks, he might have had to kill her. I don't know. But all the evidence he collected. Now, pile of ash. Like I said, I'm cutting this video short. I normally kind of do half-hour segments, but just to be safe, just to hopefully avoid desyncing issues, I'm gonna kind of ended here, just when it's getting really, really, really good. So Madison learned it was Scott Shelby, and now she's at his apartment. Should have called the cops, but no.